Hey everyone, welcome back to the Cakeman Entertainment. In today's video, I'm going to be reacting to Star Wars The Acolyte Season 1 Episode 5. Did react to last week's episode, you can check that link out above. I know this show is labeled as science fiction, but I'm pretty sure the genre is comedy if I'm not mistaken. Um, if you're watching the show, I think you know what I mean. Most of you probably aren't. And to be honest, I wouldn't be as well if I'm just taking the piss if I'm being completely honest. In my opinion, this show is horrendously. I don't know. Every single aspect of it's pretty bad, and I'm a person who didn't mind the first two episodes. I actually went into it with an open mind. I know there was a lot of bad media around it before it started, but heading into it, I was like, let's give it a chance. And I didn't mind. The first two episodes were okay. Like they weren't the best Star Wars ever seen, but they weren't the worst. And then episode 3 and episode 4, and well, we're about to see episode 5. Um, First things first, I already see that the episode's only 35 minutes, including Disney credits, so that's like a 27-minute episode. The fact that this has a $180 million budget and it's given us now two 28-minute episodes in a row. Yeah, that's pretty horrendous when you know that House of the Dragon season 1 had like a $200 million budget for 10 episodes, but each episode was like 50 minutes plus. Some were like 1 hour, 10 minutes. So, yeah, I don't know if we're going to see maybe Tom Cruise or Denzel Washington in the later episodes, but maybe that's where all the budget went. I guess we'll have to see. Before I get into it, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll get into this mess now.
OSHA being alive changes everything. I'll turn myself over to
This is the biggest stupid change in character I've ever seen in my life. May is literally just acting like OSHA now. There's no difference. At least she was showing some sort of difference before, but now it's just the exact same person. I guess we'll see if that improves this episode. And who the hell this smiling teeth dark side user is. If I do fall asleep, by the way, don't mind me. It's because the episode sucks and I just finished work, so if it's really boring, I probably will actually fall asleep here. I hope we get some good lightsaber fights at least. That would show something, I hope. Because the fight scenes in the first two episodes are actually not bad. I enjoyed it. Okay, dead Jedi. Oh, don't tell me they're gonna kill them all off screen like they do with the Kalnaka, the Chewbacca Jedi. Oh, I guess that confirms that that wasn't Plo Koon, and thank God he's not in this show. Where did Soul go, by the way? And Jackie. Coincidence that the two main characters just disappeared. Which is telling me that it is Camille, definitely, which we suspected last episode. That everyone is suspected. If it is him, that's going to be the most predictable reveal ever seen. Oh god, if it's one of those witches as well, I'm going to hate it too. I don't really... Whoever it is, I'm going to hate it, I know. There's no way May is losing to Jackie now. Are you serious? May killed Indara in episode 1, like a Jedi Master, and she's struggling against a Padawan?
Murder, Master Kalnaka, the fire that killed your family.
Are you kidding me, bro? Come on, May. You literally smashed a Jedi Master. Well, you didn't smash, but you beat a Jedi Master. And you're getting raped by this Padawan. Be wiping the floor with freaking Jackie. The Jedi combat is super fast here, which I don't mind. It's alright.
Jackie is a Jedi. She can take care of herself. I need to get.
Are you serious? Jackie isn't she? Is she not a Padawan, or am I missing something? I don't know. Maybe she's a master. Who knows? I probably missed that somewhere. A Sith Lord?
Doesn't follow the rules. Where's Basil?
I mean, they've written themselves into a hole. Whoever it is, it's gonna be a disappointment, I feel. Unless it's like a complete stranger, then might be okay. How did she lose to Jackie? What? She is a Padawan. She's a Padawan braid. I'm not missing things. If she survives against this guy, that also makes no sense. Because this guy beat like, what, 10 other Jedi Knights? And she's a Padawan. Who's also partially injured. What, she's just some expert with dual lightsabers now? Okay, I'll say something. The fight looks fine, but if you think about it, it makes no sense at all. She's a Padawan. How does she know how to do this so well? You don't just know how to fight with like dual lightsabers or two lightsabers unless you learn it well. And she's a Padawan. Oh, none of them are on the trees anymore. This is actually I like this part. This is what I was saying last episode. If they had a scene where all these like 100,000 insects come to them, that'd be actually cool. A cool idea, at least. I don't know about the execution.
He's gonna kill them.
Oh, no shit.
He's gonna kill them all.
I don't think he had to force sense that. I mean, he killed the rest of them already. What is his... I don't get what his helmet does. His helmet like switches lightsabers off? I'm sort of confused there. Because it doesn't destroy the lightsaber. It switches... It comes... Oh, okay. Masks off now. Oh. I'm so sad. And who would have thought? It's Camilla. Shock and awe. Gasp. I'm bullshitting, by the way. I'm just showing you my acting skills. I don't really care that Jackie died. And that Camilla's the Sith guy. Oh my god, this show just can't get any worse, can it? You should have killed her way earlier. Apparently, that's how strong she was. Do it, do it. Come on, do it. Do it. Kill her. End the series now. Damn it, Soul.
Like you might call me Sith.
So it is a Sith. So no one in this show should survive. Okay. If May or fucking Osha or him survive, I mean they're already broken off canon, but if
What do you want? An acolyte.
this dialogue is so bad.
We're back on our date.
What is going on with their lightsabers turning off? I don't understand. Okay, that was pretty sick. I like that. The combat's alright, okay, I'll give them the credit of the combat. Story makes no sense, but the combat's cool. I'm not saddened by anyone's death so far in this episode, I'll be honest. I don't know if that makes me a bad person or not. I mean, their combat is cool. I enjoy the combat here. Are you gonna kill him or not? Because you can't take him back. You guys clearly aren't strong enough to hold him.
The unarmed.
Bro, he was just attacking 5 seconds ago. You're telling me if he just switches his lightsaber off, he's technically unarmed? Well, he's armed now. Wait. Is Pip about to turn to a lightsaber? Oh no, okay. About to turn to a light. Dude, that line made no sense. Jedi don't attack the unarmed. He literally killed like 10 Jedi. And he was armed the whole time while he was killing them. Just because his lightsaber got switched off, he's unarmed. At this point, I hope Soul is a Sith Lord now. I don't even care anymore.
Jedi.
Thank God someone brought that up. Yo. No, mate. Don't use that line.
It's okay.
Don't reuse prequel lines in this shit show.
Help you.
Okay,
You're a criminal, May.
good.
You must pay for your crimes.
Thank God someone opens up. I like that about Osha. Best thing she's done.
Don't do this. You did this to yourself.
Can we
You
not?
followed a false man.
Can we not forget
You
that
stole
May
out of
killed
this.
two
He stole
masters?
you from us. Where?
Bitch, you tried to kill her when you guys were kids. What do you mean? That was so cringe. That was so cringe. She just gave herself a haircut with a lightsaber. This is what Star Wars has come to. We're using lightsabers for haircuts now. I reckon Basil's the Sith Lord.
Are you alright?
So did May take
Who?
Osha's clothing and
Her
redress?
sister.
She just left her nude? Is that what she actually did that? And okay, if you cut your hair with a lightsaber, it's not gonna end up exactly like perfectly cut like Osha's was. There's no way. Unless she has like a hidden pair of barber scissors in her background. Maybe she does. In her backpack, sorry. She must have like a barber kit in her backpack. No other explanation for it. Oh, what is Star Wars now? Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, well, that was, what was that? Joke is what it was. It was, episode 5 of The Acolyte. So it turns out who every single person predicted was going to be the Sith Lord was indeed the Sith Lord. I guess we don't know if he's the Sith Lord or he's an apprentice himself, who knows that, but he's, it's Kamir, that, the apothecary guy, the one who had the shop or whatever, supplying poisons, and everyone last episode was like, well, he disappeared and the Sith Lord showed up, who else is it going to be? But then, I don't know, I was thinking that, I don't know why I always give them more credit than I should. I was thinking like, yes, they've done a lot of stupid shit this season, but come on, that's like something, they probably did that like on the nose, so you think it's him. And it's probably going to end up, I was like, it's probably going to end up being someone else, but it's too obvious if it's him. And what do you know? They went with the too obvious it's him choice. Yeah, we got to see him fighting a little bit. The fighting was okay. You know what I find funny in this show? That even the fighting itself, I prefer the hand-to-hand combat over the lightsaber duels. I don't know if that's a controversial take or if you guys feel the same way, but I genuinely feel like I actually enjoyed like the hand-to-hand combat. I like that move he used on Yord to kill him. And I had, let me also say one thing. I had no remorse for any single character who died this episode because I had no feelings towards them. I had not been provided with a relationship for them throughout the show. I had no remorse because like Jackie died. How do I know Jackie? Because the actress playing as Daphne Keane X-23. Do I know anything about a character in this show? No. I had like 5 minutes of screen time with them. I was supposed to be. They built it up as some sort of really sad death, and I was like, am I supposed to be showing emotion here? Because I don't feel it at all. It's like they made it seem like it was like when Robb Stark died in Game of Thrones. I was like, should be really sad here. I was like, no, I don't feel sad for someone I've seen for only 5 minutes. And then even Osha, sorry, with her reaction was like, you've only known Jackie for 5 minutes. Like, you shouldn't be that sad. I mean, yeah. Well, whatever. Okay, and then the Soul fighting with that guy. That was probably the only positive about this episode. I liked the Soul versus Camille sort of mini fight there. Did it make any sense? No. Jackie versus Camille made absolutely zero sense, and Jackie versus anyone effectively made 0 sense. Let's not forget here, Jackie is a Padawan. And yes, she is a Padawan. I'm not an idiot. I did confirm that because she has the freaking Padawan braid. And I'm pretty sure someone called her a Padawan in that episode somewhere. So she's a Padawan. Yet she went toe-to-toe. First of all, she went toe-to-toe with May, who went toe-to-toe with Indara. So do you see where I'm going with this? May went toe-to-toe with Indara, who's a Jedi Master. And May lost. Well, she beat Indara. So May is better than Indara. Technically, she outmaneuvered her, but they were even when they were fighting. Jackie is a Padawan, 2 levels lower than Indara, and she beats May. Do you see the math is not mathing there? I mean, it makes no sense. How is Jackie beating May? And she beat her. She was not just toe to toe, she beat her. I mean, I'm sure like it makes sense if she maybe lasts like a few hits or whatever, but she went with a long battle and she outmaneuvered her, outclassed her at the end. And then okay, to not make matters worse, let's go back to that scale. We have May, we have Indara, then we have Sith Lord. Now Sith Lord has killed. They had what, 10 Jedi in that party? I don't know, something like that. Sith Lord has killed 8 Jedi. Or like whatever, 5 to 8 Jedi, something like that in this episode. And most of them I would assume are knights or higher than that. Maybe some masters in there. Now, Soul effectively loses to him. I mean, their fight's pretty even. Soul wins in a bit of it. The Sith Lord wins in a bit of it. But then Jackie goes toe to toe with the Sith Lord for quite some time. And she even outmaneuvers him a little bit. I mean, oh my god. Like, imagine. Okay. Imagine if, like, a youngling Obi-Wan Kenobi, like, as a young, or as a Padawan, goes toe to toe with Palpatine for like 30 seconds. Palpatine would look at that shit and laugh, man. Palpatine would freaking he wouldn't give them the dignity of using his lightsaber or anything. He would literally just do this in like 2 seconds and Obi-Wan Kenobi Padawan would be dead. And Jackie's not some chosen one or some shit. Even if she was, Anakin, even as a Padawan, Anakin as a Jedi Master / Jedi Knight would struggle against Palpatine. Anakin as a Padawan is not beating a Sith Lord. So why is Jackie going toe to toe with the Sith Lord, who has shown in their own canon that they're making up, she beat other Jedi who are higher level than her. Sorry. He beat other Jedi who are higher level than Jackie. So how is Jackie surviving for so long? And then Jackie eventually dies, but took her long enough. Yord dies as well, so all the characters that they didn't set up are dead. So we literally have no characters left. We have Osha, May, and Sol, 3 characters. We're gonna obviously get another flashback episode, and there's 3 episodes left. Yeah, oh god. This episode probably could be the worst one actually of the bunch. I don't know, because the writing in this was awful. Every line didn't make sense. I mean, yeah, May joining up with Osha again makes no sense to me. Okay, at least Osha didn't fall for her shit. But then, yeah, May is just... How does she do a 360 so quickly? And why is May all of a sudden acting like Osha? Like, the actress herself is acting the same now for both characters. There was like a little bit difference, at least in the first episodes, a bit of the second episode. You could tell there was 2 characters. Now I can't tell there's 2 characters. It's literally the exact same. And it was the same thing in the last episode too. I can't tell the difference between them anymore, which means they're not different characters, which I believe they should be. I mean, they're trying to mold it like the Jedi. Oh my god. And then, sorry, I just keep thinking of ridiculous things that came up in the episode, but that scene where Soul's like, I won't attack an unarmed person. I'm like, bro, this guy just killed like all your Jedi comrades and you're not going to attack him. Why? Because his lightsaber switched off? He literally just grabs it and turns it on again like 5 seconds later. He is armed. He's very clearly armed. Yeah, that made no sense to me. That means, okay, so next time like Palpatine, or when Darth Maul was in the fight with well, not Darth Maul, I guess, since he actually survived, but okay. When Count Dooku was in a fight with Anakin, he should have just turned off his lights and be like, can't strike an unarmed man, bitch. I'm surviving now. I mean, it makes no sense. They're trying so hard to make the Jedi seem like the bad guy. Yet in their own story, the Jedi are seeming still like the good guys here. Like they're trying so hard. They're like the Jedi. Even the Sith guy is like dropping all these like one-liners where he's like, "Oh yeah, it's because the Jedi are hide. It's because the Jedi." It's like the Jedi are oppressing him. It's like he's being oppressed or some shit. Well, while he's a clear murderer, a clear like killer. It's okay. You want me to relate this back to real life, like real society, since they seem to love putting real life politics into this show. Say we have like a murderer out there, murdering psychopath has killed like 10, 20 people, and then people go after him and say like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you a murderer? Why are you doing this? And then he acts like the victim. He's like, the hell, you guys are oppressing me? Why? I'm the minority here. I'm only one of a few who kill people. Do you see how the logic is going? Sorry, I don't know whether to laugh or to cry at this point, but Star Wars is truly dead. Yeah, yeah, I'm a huge admirer and lover, and it was my childhood, like Star Wars. It got me through a lot of difficult times. Star Wars was, it's a big part of my life. It has been since I was very young, since I first watched Revenge of the Sith all those years ago. I mean, yeah, I picked it up in a DVD player and then I played it and I fell in love. I watched the Clone Wars. Yeah, some of the Disney stuff was good too, but I've never fallen so out of touch with Star Wars like I am now. I mean, it started with The Last Jedi, of course, but there was still some good stuff here and there. There was some bad stuff. I know a lot of people fell out of it like as soon as Disney got it, but I still had that hope because Star Wars always taught, if there's something that Star Wars teaches you, is that like no one is ever truly gone, right? Darth Vader, after all the horrible, horrible stuff that he's done in his life, he's an evil, evil man, but even he could be brought back to the light, like given the right person, being given the right catalyst in Luke, obviously. Um, so yeah, Star Wars has always taught me to have that hope. I mean, one of the titles of the movies is literally called A New Hope. I know that was back in George Lucas Star Wars, which is canon in my eyes. But if there's anything that's taught you is that you always have to have hope. I mean, and I'd like to take that lesson always, like into my life and into Star Wars as well. With Disney Star Wars, I'd like to keep my hope there. This show had a lot of negative stuff coming out about it before it even started, but I still gave it the benefit of the doubt, and I didn't mind the first two episodes. I'm telling you my honest opinion. I know a lot of people didn't like the first two episodes. I didn't mind them. I thought they were okay. But what they're doing with the story, what are they doing? Do they read their own dialogue? I'm so confused. It's, you can literally break down 95% of the dialogue in this episode alone, and it makes no sense. I mean, yeah, it's quite embarrassing, is what I'll say. Yeah, I don't have too much more to add. I think Star Wars is in a very horrible place right now. Do I still have hope it can recover? Yeah, that hope is dwindling, I'll be honest. It's been dwindling for some time, for the last few TV shows, which have been absolute garbage. And this one joins that list, if not tops that list. I think after this episode, this could well be the worst Star Wars TV show ever. I know there's 3 episodes to go, but these last 3 episodes have been, I think, the 3 worst Star Wars shows like I've ever seen. I mean, not like okay, the dialogue is horrible. The music is like the most default copyright, non-copyright music I've ever seen. Like I can just grab those songs off YouTube. The acting is pretty bad. I mean, just overall, there's no standout actors or anything like that. Soul has been okay, but even he's sort of died down the last few episodes. The length of the episodes is horrendously bad. Again, the breaking canon, let's not even start talking about that, or I'll have to do a 24-hour video. Yeah, they're just complete disregard for anything. I mean, they're trying to create their own new thing, which again, I'm completely open to them not recreating, but creating new things. I have no problem with that at all. I mean, Andor was a new thing it was with an old character, but it was with a character that not many people cared about, to be honest. But you know what? They made a very good show there, and I enjoyed it. I know a lot of people didn't even watch it because they're like, I don't want to see Andor, like a TV show about Andor. Who is he? Like, he died. We saw him, but that show was really well done, really well made, really well crafted, and Tony Gilroy has made two of the best Disney Star Wars products in Rogue One and Andor. And I believe he should be given more Disney products, to be honest. I know he's not the biggest fan of Star Wars in general, I've heard that. But look, he's not the biggest fan, but he's made two of the best Disney Star Wars stuff. I think that says a lot, is that a lot of people are arguing that you should be a huge Star Wars fan to make Star Wars content. And of course, that's true. If you're a huge Star Wars fan, it will help in a big way. But I believe if you are a very talented filmmaker or director or producer, you can still make it work, in that if you don't have much knowledge, you obviously need someone there who does have the knowledge so they can confirm your stories. But a good filmmaker should be able to adapt to the content, adapt to what they are given. Like, if you tell me Christopher Nolan couldn't make a good Star Wars movie, I'd say you're joking, because he definitely could. There's plenty of directors out there who are very talented who could make outstanding Star Wars movies, and they may not be the biggest Star Wars fans. Like, it's not just the Star Wars nature of these shows that's failing. The normal nature of it, the dialogue is failing. If I wasn't a Star Wars fan, what is this show even about? I do not know. It's not, like, if you're not a Star Wars fan, you watch this show, you probably hate it even more than Star Wars fans are hating it right now. Because it literally makes no sense. At least we have some bar to hate it against. Imagine if you're a non-Star Wars fan, you're probably wondering, like, what is going on in this whole story? Because nothing is being explained. They're just dropping mystery boxes. Then the most predictable stuff is happening. Every character who they've barely set up is dying. And now we have two twins who are literally playing the same character. Master Soul, who apparently is a bad guy, and they're trying to make it seem like he's worse than the Sith. And then the Sith himself is just running a riot, and everyone knows he's a Sith. Everyone's alive. If these idiots do not fucking contact the Jedi High Council after seeing, and him telling them that he's a Sith, they should all be hanged. I mean, as simple as that. They should be hanged. I hope that happens. What a pile of dog shit. I have no more to add. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this episode. If you like this episode, look, that's your opinion. I don't mind, but I'm sure the majority will be with me in that this episode was atrociously bad. Tell me what you didn't like about it. And if you have similar thoughts to me, let me know as well. And I will join you guys for the shit show, the last 3 episodes, whatever happens. I'll be there for you guys. And I'll see you guys next time.